This is primarily a mining update, and it's called the Catalyst expansion. Probably the #1 used ganking ship for mining ships. The irony is fantastic. Hello, everybody. This is the first video of this kind of segment that we are going to be doing. We are going to be looking at the Catalyst expansion here. I just unlocked my inner Loru. Love you, Loru. We're going to keep going here, and we are going to take a look at the Catalyst expansion coming November 18th. November 18th. We're going to be looking at these, and we've got some HoboLeaks. Flashbang, I'm sorry. We've got some HoboLeaks. We've got some HoboLeaks that we're going to be looking at, and this Thursday, we are going to be looking at Singularity. We are going to be actually using what's going to be on the test server. Now, will all of the Catalyst changes be on the test server by the time we check it out? I don't know, but we're going to test out whatever we can. So mining is the foundation of all activity in EVE Online, with entire empires being born from a single rock. The Catalyst expansion, by the way, it's a mining, I cannot take credit for this joke / irony. This is primarily a mining update, and it's called the Catalyst expansion. Probably the #1 used ganking ship for mining ships. The irony is fantastic. Coming on the 18th of November highlights it as the front line of power. A new highly valuable ore will spark a new resource rush, and encapsulators will once again wield the mightiest ships in pursuit of extraordinary riches. So we're going to have a new unpredictable ore, hyperspace fractures, revealing a new ore called Prismaticite. We're going to get a new mining destroyer, and we're going to get a new Sisters of Eve, the first Sisters of Eve Battlecruiser. We're going to get faster cycle times, critical hits for mining, and improved UI. We're going to get the brand new 2D map, a Dotland-like map layout. We're going to get a brand new epic arc. I have no idea when the last epic arc was. There's going to be carrier updates, PLEX logs, so we can actually see what we're actually spending our PLEX on, and more. So let's dive into this. A resource rush. Mining is now becoming increasingly dynamic, rewarding, and fiercely contested, with mysterious hyperspace fractures revealing volatile asteroids rich in a powerful ore. This gives me Jove or Drifter vibes. So I wonder if this is the type of ore that they've had access to that helps them make different things. We can see it's almost in like a bubble. It's gonna be interesting. Let's keep reading. Discover phased fields and bring your fleet to harvest great riches, but at great peril. Dispatch new phase anchor deployables to be able to mine the mysterious asteroids and the prismaticite they contain, but act fast before the fracture closes. So it is a new type of erratic and extremely valuable ore that refines into different minerals at random, but you can use reaction materials when reprocessing the ore to control the outcome. That's going to be very interesting. That's going to be very, very interesting. If you want certain types of minerals that you just do not have, you can use prismaticite and moon resources. We're actually going to get to take a look at the proposed recipes. We're going to be able to see what you're going to be able to create the minerals that you are missing. So new industrial and exploration ships expand strategic options, but danger lurks at every junction. Whether you rise to build or strike to destroy, every story begins with ore. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We have the new mining destroyer here, the Pioneer, which it doesn't really do justice. This is the new mining destroyer, the Pioneer. It's the perfect middle ground between a mining frigate and mining barges, and it can be flown by alpha pilots, and it gets 3 lasers. 3 lasers. That is more than the Venture. All right. So, and there's going to be a Tech 2 version and a consortium issue variant. So we have the consortium issue variant. We'll get a look at the stats of that a little later. And then we have the Tech 2 variant here. So we'll see what those are called here later in the video. Stick around. So this is the bonuses that the Pioneer is going to be getting. 20% bonus to mining range, 10% bonus to mining yield, and 5% reduction in gas cloud scoop duration per level of mining destroyer. And it gets a base 50% boost to yield and 25% reduction in gas cloud scoop duration. Excellent stuff. Someone else do the math for me. The Odysseus. The Odysseus. This is the new Sisters of Eve Battlecruiser. Sisters of Eve Battlecruiser, specifically designed probably for wormhole stuff because of a very interesting bonus that it gets. It gets special bonuses depending on what type of system they are in, what kind of system effects are in play. Let's take a look at this. Standard fare skill bonuses for the Sisters of Eve, 4% bonus to all armor resistances for every level of Ammar Battlecruiser, 10% bonus to heavy drone, medium drone, and light drone hit points and damage per Gallente Battlecruiser bonus. We are getting a brand new skill called the Expedition Command Ship. And for every level of that, you get a 50% bonus to Relic and Data Analyzer range, 5% reduction in gas cloud scoop duration, a 3% bonus to Expedition Command Burst effect, strength, and duration. We are getting a brand new Command Burst. And then we get a 1% bonus to Armor Command Burst effect, strength, and duration as well. So I do have the details on what Command Burst we get with this. It's going to be interesting. Stick around. By default, this ship gets a 100% bonus to the Expedition Command Burst effect duration, a 50% reduction in gas cloud scoop CPU requirement, 50% bonus to medium energy turret optimal range, a 50% bonus to Command Burst area of effect range, a 37.5% bonus to core and combat scanner probe strength, a 10 plus bonus to relic and data analyzer virus strength. It can fit 2 Command Burst modules, pretty standard fare for a command ship. Can fit a covert ops cloaking device. It can warp around cloaked. Cloak reactivation delay reduced to 15%. Cloak reactivation delay reduced to 15 seconds. Can fit a 0-point mass entangler. It can reduce its mass, which means it can fit into some fairly small wormholes. And the big one, this ship can receive bonus effects depending on the environment. That's going to be very interesting. I love Sisters of Eve ships. I'm very interested in how this ship shapes up or what kind of role that the Eve players decide it fills. Mining Refined. Resource harvesting is getting more responsive, immersive, tactical, and rewarding than ever before. We are getting faster mining cycles. We're getting the same total yield, but we're mining faster. Whether or not this burns out crystals faster is going to be something to speculate about. But this is going to be great when you're mining, and instead of waiting for a 60-second unboosted cycle to find out if you just wasted 58 seconds of yield of cycle on an asteroid because you already mined it out and only got 1 unit of Veldspar from that one. But that doesn't really matter because the faster it cycles, the more chances we have to crit now. We can crit while mining. Think Wrecking Shot, Penetrating Blow, with bonus yield. Bonus yield for successful strikes with mining lasers, and the chance of a critical hit can be increased with skills and modules. This is going to be great. Ooh, I wonder if they're going to get rid of residue. Please get rid of residue. We'll see. We'll see. We're getting a new mining interface. It's being reworked with clear real-time data and a cleaner presentation integrated into the space scene itself. New scanners will work faster and give you clear color-coded readouts so you can clearly see which asteroid will be worth your while, and many more improvements have been made to the mining experience. Let's look at this. And let's immediately pause. Let's immediately pause. we now have a built-in scanner in our ship, probably whenever we're in a mining field. So that way we can look and it'll scan nearby mineable asteroids and it will color code them. And it'll tell you how much ISK per M3 is remaining. So this dense Veldspar is probably mostly mined out, whereas this Veldspar has 85,000 ISK worth of M3 left. Or maybe there's just weird pricing going on in there. But still, you can immediately figure out which one is going to be the most valuable for you. So now if you want to get detailed scans as far as how much M3 is left over in the asteroid, you still need a survey scanner. But not needing a scanner, this is definitely going to change up fits for mining ships. Definitely. High-sec mining has improved. High-sec mining has never looked better. New visual updates and the return of anomaly sites bring Umber and Kernite back to high-sec. They are no longer low-sec ores. That is going to be fantastic, bringing more isogen into the market. More isogen. Complete these new anomalies for a rare chance at a high-sec mining escalation, or use your scan probes to discover hidden combat sites with valuable ore. I'm not really an industrialist, but I know isogen, and more isogen in the market is going to be fantastic for all of us. You can now roll the mining modules and drones for potential bonuses or hindrances. So you can now Abyssal roll your modules and you're no longer limited to ore modules, ORE. You're no longer limited by faction modules. You can make your own mining modules better or fit for you. We're gonna see a lot of potentially shiny mining barge losses. So keep your Abyssal rolled mining ships and modules safe, use a scout, and if you're in null, have a Sino next to you. A new way to see the stars. A tactical, easy to read 2D map gives Capsuleers the clarity they need for planning and exploration. So we're getting a new Dotland-like layout for maps, which I love. I love the 3D map that we have with Eve. I cannot tell where one goes to the other. I mean, I can kind of tell, but there's so much crisscrossing going on. It's a little crazy. Like, we got Potchman underneath all of this. This is going to be great. And here's the thing. I can only have one data layer at a time. So if I want to see ships destroyed in the last hour and just security status at the same time, I can't do that with the current map. The new map allows you to have dual data overlays. You can overlay 2 data points at the same time. So you can sort by how many kills have there been in space in the last hour in different security bands. So you can easily see, okay, I don't need to worry about that. That's just high-sec ganking, or that's low-sec. I'm not going over there anyways. All in this new Dotland-like view that's going to be a lot easier to read to see what's on your route. So this is going to be great. I am so looking forward to this. It's going to include ore availability indicators, enhanced data readability, and customizable scales, including logarithmic options. So that way we can see Jita go real big when we search and sort by number of players docked. We are getting a brand new epic arc. A brand new epic arc. The last time we had an epic arc in Eve was... There's no documented when each epic arc was released, and it's frustrating me. So we are getting a brand new epic arc that gives you the brand new Pioneer Mining Destroyer at the end of the arc. So we are going to get one of these for free at the end of the arc. It's going to be a fairly short arc, from what it sounds like, a brief epic arc, but with a new bit of story, sounds like. And you know me, Lore Lynn. I love some good story. So this new arc will introduce the Catalyst expansion to pilots of all experience levels and help new Capsuleers set goals and discover some of the wonders of New Eden. I'm definitely going to be doing a review of this epic arc. PLEX logs. We are getting an actual PLEX logs. We are getting an actual transaction log for our PLEX so we can see what we are spending our PLEX on. Whether we are spending it on Omega deals or making skins with Skinner. We're going to be able to see how much of our PLEX is going in and out or that we are buying and selling. The first iteration goes to the last 30 days of transactions and up to 2,000 entries. Very good stuff. Now we don't have a lot of details here, but there is going to be a carrier buff coming. A buff to utility, a visual refresh, and a reduction in mineral costs, and a reduction in manufacturing costs. So this is going to hopefully help get more of these out. And I'm a little questionable on the Thanatos. I think it kind of got the Chimera treatment. But the Archon and the Nid look great. The Chimera is kind of just brought up to current graphical standards. It hasn't really changed. RIP original Chimera model. You will be missed forever. So looking good. I'm very curious. We don't have a lot of details. I'm very curious about what the buff to utility is going to be and how much of a reduction in manufacturing costs we're going to get. There is going to be a mass test on October 23rd from 1700 to 1900 Eve time. There's going to be potential changes that come from this, so it's not fully representative of the final product. But here's the thing. So while the mass test is only going to last from 1700 to 1900 Eve time on October 23rd, the test server will remain open until October 27th. So you're going to have, if you are an Omega pilot, you are going to have the ability to see and test for yourself a lot of these changes. And because it's on Singularity right now, we have HoboLeaks. HoboLeaks is great for comparing Tranquility to Singularity and back and forth. So we can see a bunch of new items have been added, including the Pioneer, its blueprint, the skills. We can see the Odysseus. We can see a lot of the different stats here. We're going to be able to see a lot of the different stats here, as well as mass. Mass 15 without commas. It's throwing me off. 15 million kilograms of mass, which, remember, it can fit a 0-point mass entangler, which reduces mass by 80%. So if we do the math, that is a 12 million kilogram reduction in mass. This ship with a 0-point mass entangler is going to have a final mass weight of 3 million kilograms with a 0-point mass entangler enabled. Oh my gosh, it can fit into some very small wormholes. So we can see here that it gets, it looks like it can take, because it's a covert ops, it can take a Black Ops jump bridge and portal. What is the drone bandwidth? Drone bandwidth, 125 on that drone bandwidth there. By the way, it gets its own dedicated exploration cargo hold of 1,000 cubic meters. You know, that is a lot of cargo that you can hold on to. It has a fleet hangar as well, I believe. Oh, excuse me. It has a expedition cargo hold of 50,000 cubic meters. 50,000 cubic meters. That is a big cargo hold. It gets a ship maintenance bay of 75,000 cubic meters. And it gets a fleet hangar capacity of 1,000 cubic meters. So definitely nothing to snuff at. So, ooh, this is going to be beautiful of a ship. And here's another angle. This is going to be the in-game icon for the ship. So I imagine the system effect is going to be visually shown through this little sphere thing on the back. It's going to be very interesting seeing how this thing moves around once I can see it in game. So we have a couple other things. I'm just going to go ahead and skip through these really quick. We have the new Consortium Edition Venture. If we take a look here, and we're going to get into the expedition charges here. We're getting a Pioneer Consortium Edition and a Venture Consortium Edition for the new ships. So we've got some traits here that we can take a look at. And then we have a Venture Consortium Edition. So we have the Venture Consortium Edition. We have the Pioneer Consortium Edition. And then we have the Outrider. This is the Tech 2. The Tech 2 Command Destroyer. So no idea on its bonuses yet. We'll find that out here shortly. We have the Pioneer itself. This is the new phase anchor. This is what we deploy near a phased field to bring a phased field into our reality temporarily so we can mine the new Prismaticite. And then this is what the Prismaticite looks like. It definitely gives me Jove and Drifter vibes here. So makes me wonder from a lore perspective if this is what the Jove have been kind of gatekeeping from the rest of New Eden. Let's take a look really quick at the new Command Burst, the Expedition Command Burst. We have here this new Command Burst here, which improves probing and hacking capabilities. The Expedition Strength Charge. This improves allied ships to improve their probe scan strength and analyzer virus coherence. And then we have the Reach Charge. This improves directional scan range and analyzer and salvager range. With this command burst, you can improve your D-scan range. Holy cow, you can be sitting somewhere, and if you have an Odysseus next to you, using this command burst, you can scan farther on D-scan than anybody else, and they won't know that you're watching them. We have the new Efficiency Charge. This enhances ship computers to improve time to get results from probes and salvagers. So improve salvaging time and probe scanning time. We have a new Sisters Faction Expedition Command Burst, and then Mind Links for both. We have an interesting thing to look at. We have the different formulas here. This is unrefined tritanium, pyrite, mexilon, isogen, noxium, zydrine, megasite, and morphite. All right, so the unrefined tritanium formula, you need 100 atmospheric gases and 100 compressed prismaticite, and you'll get 100x unrefined tritanium, which that will get us, oh, is that not going to tell us what it refines into? Interesting. So what does that reprocess? They're probably not going to tell us yet. Okay. So for pyrite, you need 250 atmospheric gases and 100 compressed prismaticite. So it looks like you need different varying amounts of atmospheric gases, at least as far as this current iteration goes. Again, this is not the final product. Interesting. You need 3,000 atmospheric gases and 100 prismaticite to get 100 unrefined morphite. Interesting. And then let's see if we can find the new items up here. See if we can find a reprocessing trait. So we're going to have to do some testing on the test server starting tomorrow to see what this is all about. So that way we can see how much of each we get from the Prismaticite and whether it's worth using Prismaticite and 100 atmospheric gases to get tritanium. We'll find out. Now we have traits. It looks like some things are changing. A Roracle can anchor a mobile phase anchor, deployable, providing 100 points of energy. I'm not sure what the energy value is going to do, but definitely a Roracle can be used for setting down the new phase anchors. But it looks like that's also available for the Orca, and it provides 50 points of energy. The Porpoise provides 35 points of energy. Looks like the Boo-Book Shuttle is finally getting a roll bonus, immune to interdiction bubbles and immune to cargo scanners. We have the Pioneer bonuses here, which we've already covered. We have the Odysseus bonuses. Still nothing about what kind of environmental effects that the Odysseus will get, whether it's in a certain type of wormhole, for example. So we have the Pioneer Consortium Edition, the Pioneer Consortium issue, which I'm going to go ahead and do a little comparing and contrasting. So it gets, in addition, the same bonuses as the Pioneer. It also gets a 10% bonus to shield booster amount. Very interesting. And then it gets a couple more bonuses. It gets a 25% increase to ship ore cargo capacity and a +10 bonus to salvage drones salvage chance. We have the new Venture Consortium issue, which also gets that 10% shield boost amount. And it also gets those bonuses to 25% bonus to ship ore hold capacity and +10 bonus to salvage drone salvage chance. Now, it can still fit in Industrial Cyno, but you are not going to want to light a Industrial Cyno or anything with a Consortium issue venture. Now we have the Outrider. This has the ability to use a micro jump field generator, and it has a 2% shield and mining foreman burst effect strength and duration bonuses. It gets a 15% bonus to mining yield, 10% bonus to drone hit points and damage, and a 6% bonus to all shield resistances. So pretty standard fare, and it gets tractor beam bonuses here. So interesting stuff, interesting stuff. We're gonna get some different effect beacons for the different empires for faction warfare. Amo, Intaki, Ottoman, and Mehator. 10% bonus to mining laser cycle time, or deposits are more likely to appear here and in nearby systems, and system is always under the effect of a stage 2 suppression. Interesting. So some faction warfare silent buffs. Interesting stuff. Do we have anything for the Odysseus effects? I think that is all that we can cover as far as the HoboLeaks go for what is coming without actually having to go into the test server. So we're going to be taking a look at the test server live on stream on Thursday, 0100 to 0500 Eve time as usual. And again, I'm going to cover as much as I can of the Catalyst expansion. I'm going to cover as much as I can about the Catalyst expansion, and looking at the models that we've seen so far, we can definitely see this is the new Prismaticite ore, and these are the new phase anchors right here. So that's what these are kind of making up here on this picture here. So again, thank you all for your time. See you on the live stream, and see you November 18th for the full release and final iteration of this expansion. Fly safe.
I want to give a huge thank you to all of my YouTube and Patreon members in the Thank You Plus tier. Your support keeps this channel alive and means the world to me. Oldie Crow, Lady J, and Drythar Starthra. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you want more right now, check out one of these other videos on screen. I think you'll really enjoy it.